Hi, Cleanup 1 for 1 here, and I am a very addicted Super Auto Pets player that's played Super Auto Pets for probably over 1,000 hours by now. I've gotten all of the stickers and all of the achievements on one account, or actually on two accounts, and I'm going to start a new series, and that is to collect all of the ribbons in Super Auto Pets on a fresh new account as fast as I can. I'm going to try to do this for every single pet in expansion, in the base, and all the hidden pets too. So zombie fly, zombie cricket, bus, bee, and there's a couple others. So I'm gonna get all of them except for the sloth. The sloth is something that for this speed run I'm going to exclude because you can collect all the ribbons 100 times. Sometimes you get unlucky and you just don't even see a single sloth once. So there are 87 ribbons total, and I will be going to collect 86 minus the sloth. The goal I have for this speed run is I want to get these 86 ribbons in under 100 runs and under 48 hours. So without further ado, let's start. This is an expansion pack run, and I prefer there to be bluebirds, blue fishes, and then any 2-3 units to help me kind of not die, so beetle. And my opening strat generally is try to buy 2 different pets and give myself an opportunity for tiering up on turn 3. So it's either a level 2 bluefish or a level 2 bluebird in this run. For turn 2, I'm looking to buy or have in my shop locked in a total of 3 bluefishes or 3 bluebirds. I've only got a level 1 bluebird, but that's okay. We've got a triple prepared with 3 fishes. And so I'm gonna talk about the concepts of achievement hunting. This is my very first run, so I have absolutely no achievements. So basically, any of these pets I buy can potentially be a achievement pet. So I have 5 core principles to achievement hunting, which I will go over in a more tutorial video, and not as part of the speed run, but as an educational video. But one of the core key concepts is to make sure that before you go for your pets, you need to make sure that you're strong enough in order to not die. That fight went pretty well, as in another thing that I actually like to do is lose. When you're going for ribbons, a challenge you have is, can you get your ribbon pet before you either die or you win 10 times? And if you win too many too early, you actually find yourself in a bad spot in that you won't have enough time to buy your ribbon pets. We're going for ribbons here. We don't actually care about winning until later in the round. So the decision I'm coming up with now is the Dromedary. Let's talk about the Dromedary for a second. It is a 2-4 unit, and at the end of each turn, at the start of each turn, it gives the pets in the shop +1/+1. So I guess the question is, do I want to utilize the Dromedary's effect to make my shop stronger? And how I do that is I would choose a unit and I would lock it in, and I lock it in for multiple turns as it gets bigger and bigger, and then I buy the big beefy unit. However, honestly, the Dromedary, it's hard to with one or 2 slots locked in, it's hard to develop your team, and it's hard to ribbon hunt when you go for the Dromedary strat. So it's actually not a great unit for ribbon hunting. And this fight, it looks like it's gonna go pretty poorly. Alright, so it is turn 5. An odd number turn is a great turn to tier up, because you'll see you'll be able to buy this one will be tier 4 units 2 turns before they're available. And here's another tier up. See what I get. A buffalo. Buffaloes are pretty good units. They're a 5/5 right now on turn 5, which is already not a bad unit. But if you start cycling, you can get pretty strong. And now, something about the buffalo is that even though you can buy-sell things and you can make it pretty strong, buy-sell strats are generally not very good during achievement hunting, because instead of leveling a pet, you are powering up a pet with your money. So I buy it because it makes my team stronger. Very often when you are going for ribbons, you have to do a couple calculations. First you have to see how strong are you compared to your opponents, and then also what pet you want to level to tier, and then lastly, how much time do you have left. So I need to level up the Dromedary, it looks like. And I need to make sure my team is stronger by potentially selling stuff. And now, the thing with buy-selling is you must ask yourself, what are you actually trying to buy-sell? What slot should I open up? I can level up the bluefish, or I can sell the hatchling chick. So buying a pig here, if I were to buy-sell now, I can start powering up the buffalo. However, I'm still figuring out what slot should I... Yeah, so I decide hatchling chick will go as I start buy-selling. And I guess the question is, I could have combined the 2 fishes here. Why didn't I? Because I am greedy, and for some reason I want to wait until the next turn, so turn 7, to combine the fish. And you just saw me skip over the Dromedary. And I guess you can ask, why did I skip over a Dromedary? It looks like Dromedary is a pretty bad unit, and it looks like that is the unit that I want to ribbon. Bluefishes, I know we don't have a ribbon for bluefish. We don't have a ribbon for buffalo. However, bluefish is one of those pets that are so easy to ribbon that I don't actually care about ribboning. Now, this is a very critical position. I have 1 trophy. It is turn 7, and if I lose one more time, I'm completely out. So that means I have to play for as much power as I can. Otherwise, I just lose. So I am probably going to buy a rooster to finish. If I freeze the rooster, I get +2/+2, basically a pair for the next turn because of the Dromedary. And the stats I have on the buffalo is just enough to win. I got slightly lucky, so it's important to know how strong you are compared to everybody else. And while last turn I was stronger than most teams, I wasn't stronger by much. So this run would be unsuccessful if I just get slightly unlucky and I face a team that's slightly stronger than me. And I just lose. That's the end. That's it. GG. Now, this rooster is a pretty strong unit, 9/6. It is stronger than the bluefish that I might be replacing it with. And because when it dies, it's going to spawn with a 4-1. So a 9-6 and a 4-1 is stronger than a flat 9-9. And if I buy a lobster beforehand, I can make it an 11-8. And now I have an interesting decision. Do I pill the flamingo or do I sell it? So a pill for the flamingo is 1 gold, and if I had sold it, it is 1 gold back. So that's actually a net cost of 2. And the stats that it would give is +1/+1. It is actually identical to pilling in front of these 2 buffaloes as it is to just straight up sell it. Because when you buy-sell stuff with the buffaloes, you get +1/+1, and buy-selling is a net cost of 2. So I decided to just sell the flamingo. And now the lobster, it gives a unit +2/+2 when you summon it outside of battle. And so I gave the rooster +2/+2. Now, however, when you summon it, you have to have a space available. And so at this point, it seems like my team is completely stacked, it's completely full, and I have no more space to actually level it up. So time for it to go. And I need to power up my buffaloes just a tiny bit, so I go ahead with the buy-sell. Buy-sell, finish on a yellowfish, which will give me +1/+1 health to its adjacent units. So I bot-sold a decent amount that last turn, and I am fairly strong for this next turn. Not the strongest, but fairly strong. And you can see I won by just quite a lot, actually. That guy was particularly weak. So, in the pay-to-win pack, there are 2 very, very strong scaling units, the Poodle and the T-Rex. It is turn 9, tier 5s are available, and the Poodle is now available for purchase. Now the challenge is, I guess, the Poodle is a very particular scaler. It only gives +1/+1 at the end of the turn to units of unique tiers. So if you have a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, everybody will get +1/+1. But if you have multiple of a similar tier, so a rooster and the 2 buffalo here, and then you have a poodle, it will actually only buff +1/+1 to the most left unit, which was the rooster here. So I would get Dromedary, Rooster, and it would also buff itself. It would be a +3/+3. While we lose a decent amount of stats from it's like +5/+5 is optimal, +3/+3 is still better than nothing. And of course I will buy a cow. It gives 2 milk, and that's +2/+4, and then it also is part of the buy-sell strategy that you have with the big fat ox. Now I've got a dilemma. What we see here is a T-Rex. T-Rex is something that is also the endgame scaling that you want. It's comparable to the Poodle, but for level 1 it's actually slightly stronger. Poodle gives +1/+1 to every unit of each tier. T-Rex gives +2/+1. That's very, very critical on the 2 units, the rooster and then the leopard, who trigger based off of their attack. Now, the debate is, what do I sell? If I wanted the T-Rex, do I sell the poodle for it? And now, while the T-Rex is stronger, the cost is that the effect only triggers when you have 3 gold left. Which means for the rest of the game, instead of having 10 gold a turn, I will only have 7 gold a turn. And with 4 turns left over at this rate, that's a difference between 40 gold or 28 gold. That is a massive gold difference. However, with 2 health left, I believe that I need to be as strong as I can. And I should probably purchase the T-Rex. There's a lot to think here. It's like, I mean, a level 2 leopard is pretty good. It does 2 damage to two times half of its attack to random stuff. However, any gold that we spend leveling up the leopard is gold that we're not spending on tiering our pets. So I decided that since I only have 2 health left, and I need to spend more money on just leveling up a single pet. So I have 21 gold remaining because I have 3 turns, and I have to spend 6 on the Dromedary. Let's see what happens in this fight. So again, I have the T-Rex in front to absorb a melon or any shenanigans with the scorpion. And then I win by a decent amount. So 21 gold remaining. I need to be very wise with how I spend my money. Melons are one of the things that greatly increases the power of your team. I no longer have to fear a scorpion in front, except for maybe a mushroom scorpion. And I win by just a small amount. Now, turn 8. Nice. So turn 8, I would have a total of 14 gold left. I would have a total of 14 gold left to find a Dromedary, to spend 3 on a Dromedary, and I find it. And I tier up, I get lucky, I get a T-Rex, super lucky. And then I roll it once more, I see a watermelon. 2 watermelons now, super lucky. So this last turn, I will be preparing for just, buying 2 watermelons. This fight, yep, see that watermelon? That watermelon took care of that scorpion in front. And yeah, this last turn is pretty straightforward. Watermelon on 2 units, roll once, and just in case, prepare a stake for the next turn if I do draw, which is unlikely. And yeah, you just hope for the best at this point. This last fight, looks like it's an easy win. They're a big unit versus my big unit, but I have watermelon, so I just eat them. And I win by quite a fair amount. Yep, that's the run. Dromedary ribbon. 1 run, 1 ribbon.